Welcome, everyone, to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real-life bards play Dungeons & Dragons. Before we roll the starting titles, we do have a few sponsors that we need to shout out. D&D Beyond. Thank you to our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. If you want to have all your resources conveniently in one place, do you hate math? Look no further. D&D Beyond has all of the digital resources you could possibly need, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. Our next sponsor is Effects May Vary. Effects May Vary is an awesome local band from Newmarket, Ontario, who specializes in making sure you always have your daily dose of hard rock. Feel free to listen to their music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you are most comfortable listening to your music. And feel free to follow them on Facebook for show dates, announcements. And as always, individual effects may vary. Also, check out our Patreon and the merch. There is also our Patreon where we have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of this game, as well as all the others, or voice acting lessons with one of the talented players in one of our other games. And of course, we have merch. Do you want a sweater, a shirt, or maybe even a mouse pad with that awesome Dire Bear logo? And we have Pride merch all year long, even though it is no longer Rainbow Month. We also have t-shirts, sweaters, and sweatpants, stickers, and tank tops. So go ahead and check out our merch page where you can find whatever your heart desires. Roll those title credits.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Melody of the Maelstrom. Last we left off, the party did some investigation after the sudden yet seemingly inevitable betrayal of their good friend Talon. After doing some investigating, they quickly figured out, or Rendell quickly figured out, that unfortunately the last half inch of Talon's dagger was missing. And they did some quick math and realized where that dagger ended up. So after speaking with Nyx for a few moments, she ended up collapsing, and they did manage to remove the end of the dagger from her wound, but then realized that it cannot be healed via magic and that she needs to heal naturally. So the party split, with Fidget and Rendell deciding to stay behind in order to protect their fallen comrade. And the rest of the party adventured outwards to go to the tower of the High Mage, wherein they encountered a couple of hags that had just begun feeding on two members of the military, one of which was recognized by Bovitius to be an old friend. And after dispatching these hags with pretty quick and decisive movements, that is where we left off. Precisive. I used the word precisive. That's not even a word.
It is now. English is wonderful that way.
It was a combination of decisive and precise.
It's a
like
perfectly cromulent word. Okay.
It's now a word.
Yeah.
A wonderful portmanteau.
Yeah, it's like roll. Oh, what's that one that I always mess up? It's like some sort of check. A dexletics
Precisive
check.
is a word, though.
A dexletics check? Precisive is a word?
It's a dextromatics check.
Oh,
Precisive,
cool.
really?
Yeah, it means to cut something off or like separate it.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I use
All
that
right.
on purpose. I have a really big vocabulary. All right. So that is precisely where we left off, with the party meeting an old friend, or at least in the case of Bovitius, an old friend.
Having just finished splitting up a family, I will.
Well, technically, you split them up and then you reunited them. So like,
This is true. I'm gonna turn to my old friend Barenthazar, and oh wait, I suppose we actually did kind of tidy up the room and have those pleasantries last time, didn't we?
sort of not really.
Yeah. Well, we tried to at least dispense with the bodies. So at the very least, I'll turn to Barenthazar and say, well, old friend, now that we've cleaned up the mess, what brought you all this way to Stormfell? Is everything okay at home?
Well, I was coming to partake in the festivities, and we catch up with you. But as soon as we got close to here, that storm hit, took out most of my men, and then I met those two lovely ladies, and
Indeed.
yeah,
Well, surely the storm has been a terror to us as well. Were it not for a timely meeting with the famous artificer Hector Windlance, we may not have had means to safely traverse it ourselves. That said, if you feel up to continuing to lend your strong arm to our cause, we are on our way to attempt to gather secrets from the Tower of the High Mage. Would
oh,
you join us?
absolutely. I have
Wonderful.
no problem with that.
I'll warn you. When we return back out into the storm, do not stray too far from me if you don't want to be struck by lightning.
Good point.
What he's saying is, move with me.
So just keep it moving, eh?
Yeah, keep it moving.
All right.
The amount of rage.
I'm not a barbarian.
You might end up taking a level in it.
I might. So yeah, I'll prepare to venture back out if everybody else is ready.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So leading with the wind lance, I'll gather my fellows and we'll start making our way towards the tower.
Okay. Said it was about 100 feet or so. You get 3 charges.
Okay. And does it seem like we're in a safe distance to keep those charges entering the tower? Like, how close are we?
Oh yeah, usually you're within, like, you're in front of the door, I imagine.
Okay. I will try the door.
It's what, buddy? It's your
It's
favorite
locked.
thing. It's locked. It's a locked door.
Okay.
All right, roll initiative, everybody.
Mm.
Remember that level of barbarian we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a level barbarian.
And we left Fidget behind, of course. Damn.
Is it a push or a pull?
Actually, to be fair,
Is it a push or a
Fidget
pull?
wasn't here. It's a push. Fidget wasn't here to decide where he actually wanted to be.
This is true.
We just
It's a-
we arbitrarily left you behind. But it's really your decision as to where you would be.
I did want to say, it seems really unfidgety of him to stick around.
Mhm.
Right.
And the
It's
mage's
the exact,
library,
yeah, you
Kinda
being
where you want
That was
sedentary is the
your
exact
thing.
opposite of fidget.
it's kind
So,
of my thing. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like fighting for it while everybody was like, we got to do this. I was like, fucking library. Um, Thank you. Okay.
well,
Sorry,
yeah, I'm
Randall.
just realizing that that's probably fair.
Mhm.
So I would say that you mentally fidget behind, and then as you encounter this locked door, you just feel something moving in the small of your back where you weren't paying attention, and then he just pokes his head up over your shoulder like, "Do you need some help with that?"
Which shoulder? I'm gonna go with this one.
Actually, I have a cool idea. He might have stayed, but he definitely would have brought his buddy with you guys. Because I can maintain control, I can see through him.
Oh,
all
That's a
right,
good-
all right.
So
Can it unlock doors?
remember, you can pick a lock. I'm gonna leave that up to the DM.
Uh, roll the sleight of hand check with your homunculus stats. I'm not going to say
Yeah,
no. I'm going to say you can certainly try.
because I'm proficient in sleight of hand. Would that give an advantage?
No. This is an
Damn.
entirely separate entity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Good looking
Well,
out though.
It's gonna be just a dex check. Let's find out. Nope.
I'm getting really scared seeing a bunch of Wednesday people in the chat.
Did not work.
oh, JT had a really good comment there.
Yeah, I didn't want to steer the direction of the conversation.
Yeah.
With credit-
I'm a discharge one of my lightning charges into the door.
Okay.
Assuming I hit it. Let's see.
So Fidget, as you're looking through the eyes of your homunculus trying to pick this particular lock, it just statics and there's a bright flash of light for a second.
Oh no!
Before...
I would have
No,
reached
I'm
down
just...
and grabbed it.
Listen, I'm just you're not hurting it. It's just,
Okay.
flavor, for frick's sake, guys.
Okay. I just don't want to hurt its homunculus.
You're not hurting it. It's just, light. It's just a startling effect. It's like scaring a puppy. You're not hurting it.
Well,
But you
Rendell would
probably shouldn't do that either.
Rendell would definitely hear me scream, as would Nyx.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Well, Nyx is unconscious, but
Do I
Rendell,
have to
you
roll
hear
to
a
hit the
small
door?
shriek. Yes, doors have an AC, bud.
Yeah, because that was a 1.
oh, I'm moving out.
Roll me
Really?
a D100.
Can you just get your homunculus to disassemble like the door handle?
Oh, remember what I said about him maybe hitting your homunculus?
Don't think I can.
I might have to take that back.
Oh yeah, I could be hurt. But it just
Okay,
dissipates.
nothing happens. You just
Yeah, it
like
just dissipates.
you just full, like a kid playing baseball and they miss the baseball and like just spin on the spot because they have so much momentum that didn't go anywhere. You like missed the door by a solid 4 inches.
Too wet out here.
And Father Mbaro,
Charlotte.
you have to duck.
I duck.
Yeah.
What kind of handle's on the door?
It's just like a regular.
Like a turn knob?
No, like a handle.
Like a handle?
Like you push
Like
your
it's a mechanic. What's the lock mechanism? Is
A
what I'm
locking
asking.
mechanism. So you
Yes.
open it, you can't see a locking mechanism. It appears to be just like a deadbolt on the inside.
Just kick the door in. It's a push.
It's a push.
It's a deadbolt. Just kick it.
I'm just gonna attack the door again. That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that's 5 slashing damage, and the 1 point of lightning is 8 lightning damage.
All right. So with the second swing, you kind of readjust and like get into your proper fighting stance, and do the when you're chopping wood, you like aim at the center of the door first, and then take the swing, and you just entirely pull take the handle and the locking mechanism, just separate those from the rest of the door, so the rest of the door just kind of swings open, and the deadbolt part just kind of hangs slightly askew.
I will stand outside, kind of waiting to get hit by lightning one more time, and usher everybody else in.
All right.
I think we may have not. We may have gotten hit with a no swearing, Sammy. Oh, I think we
We
got hit with
did.
2.
Two?
Oh,
So
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Does that mean we can't talk at all?
No, it means we can swear twice as much.
Yeah, they cancel each other out, right? It's like 2 negatives. Yeah. It good. Oh,
Oh yeah, deal.
Just got comfortable too.
Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
it's D&D session brought to you by Orange Juice. All right. So yeah,
Or
as
gold juice.
as the door just swings open with this kind of ominous sounding with the occasional flashes of the lightning, you guys can see inside the deep darkened interior. And the first thing that you notice is there are threaded pieces of paper and what appear to be broken bindings and the covers of books just kind of thrown asunder all over the floor. You can see that the large spiraling staircase that leads up to the top of the tower is also just littered with various detritus of what once was books.
Well, somebody's definitely been here.
Beware, they may yet remain.
Hmm.
And I'll remain outside long enough to get that last lightning charge back.
Okay. I'm imagining he's just like loitering in the doorway, like, no, it's fine, guys.
Pretty
I
much.
got this. Hold on.
We're good.
There we go.
So I'll enter
Okay.
and look around.
Would you like to do an investigation or a perception check?
What? Hold on, let me get my dice.
My homunculus is going to go straight for the library.
So everybody else hesitates for a second, and his little paper folded homunculus just up the stairs.
18.
It's so adorable because it's not big enough to climb the stairs, so all you see is like. Bloop, bloop. It's
Well,
just
I will follow
just-
that once my lightning hits.
He would just get wings and just.
listen.
Oh, that's
Don't.
clever.
So I got a
Does
19.
your homunculus have a fly speed?
It can fly.
Ah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it folds itself little paper wings.
The way it's explained in the book is it can take the form of whatever it's made out of. And I just, because I'm an archivist, I gave it a little flavor and made it origami.
Okay. Yeah, if it can have a fly speed, then that's absolutely fine. You made him walk through a bunch of puddles, and now you give him wings. All right.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're looking through its eyes.
To the best of my ability.
Well, I guess you're kind of just chilling in a room, so I mean,
Yeah.
there's no reason not to. Okay, so you want to give me that investigation roll first? Baratazar Zergarger?
That already. I got a 19.
Okay. So what particularly are you looking for?
Any evidence of what they were looking for?
They
And-
who? Like the
Anybody?
people who were.
So like, because we were walking in and there's chaos, so there's might be a body, anything.
Checking out the scene of the crime.
So your investigation just kind of takes you upstairs because that seems to be where everything started. Everything that's down here seems to have kind of fluttered or fallen down from the topmost level.
All right.
So you follow the little flying homunculus that loops its way upstairs. And as you get to the top of the tower, you can see that all of that little living area that the high magistrate or the high mage had is the bed is flipped over, and you can see that there are like large scorch marks on everything. Like the pieces of paper that litter the floor here are burnt or almost non-existent. And the floorboards and the boards of the bookshelves have been blackened with just a layer of burnt wood and soot. It appears that everything in here was on fire, at least for a little bit. And laying in the center of the room, like the very center of the room, is a motionless body, which hunched over top of it, you can see just a dark humanoid form. And it's slightly illuminated by this small, bulbous looking filament that kind of dangles off of a piece of flesh that comes out of its forehead. And you can see the sudden movements of its head as it rises upwards in the darkness, its arms extending outwards. And you can just see these white, luminous, pupilless eyes as the dangling light illuminates further, revealing a large, elongated jaw full of sharp needlepoint teeth that extend outwards before they curl back in over each other. And as it rises, you can see that it has this translucent skin where you can see sinewy muscle and a rib cage complete with internal organs visible through it as this thing rises up and cocks its head, looking at you hungrily.
Well, ain't you? Well, ain't wait. Hold my mind.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, guys. Oh no.
You did this to
no.
us.
I'm just gonna do it in my chair.
Ugh.
You can see my skull.
I'm stretching my legs. You can't see it, but I
The
promise.
sword is too long. Okay.
Can they like spend tokens to make me go pee? Because I'm gonna need that soon.
Oh, this is their evil plan.
Oh, they're gonna make.
They're trying to make us have to go to the bathroom. Ah, I see what you guys are doing.
Fiends, I say. Fiends indeed.
All right.
So
Oh boy.
what's Barenthazar gonna do?
Yeah, what is Barenthazar gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna alert everybody. Well, there's something up here y'all should see.
And with that, I'll take my hopefully fully charged now lightning lance and start skedaddling up the stairs.
Okay.
I too will
I'll
follow.
This map isn't working all of a sudden. Why? Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so all of you go up the stairs, and this thing is just. Oh, yeah.
No,
What's
go
up?
ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So this thing is just standing in the center of the room, and you can, all of you go up, you can see that large portions of the the high mage's body. I keep getting those two mixed up. Are just missing. You can see that there is a large pool of blood on the floor, and large chunks of viscera have been removed. And it cocks its head to the side, looking at you with this creepily pupilless gaze. They're just like two marble orbs that are lodged inside of its skull. And it opens its mouth, and just this long, raspy hiss just emanates from it. You are bothering its meal. Can everybody roll for initiative, please?
I'm gonna have my homunculus run off to a safe distance, and then I'm gonna come to and Rendell. They're in trouble.
Well, can't just leave Nick here as well.
Got to do something.
I mean, I don't want to move her either, so. Oh.
See, the problem is, you leave her here, and then a monster gets her while we're gone.
Yep.
Well,
Plus, Bovitius has the wind lance. We don't. So, I don't feel like particularly running through that storm.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't want to get wet. I'm still wet.
I don't want to get it.
You're looking rather moist.
Ugh. Hate that word. Yay!
Ooh. Thank you. Or well, they thank you. That's going to my detriment, really.
Eh.
Hmm.
No!
Yes. I shall use it wisely. Thank you.
This is cruel and unusual punishment.
All right. What shall I give all of you as a boon? Questions. Hmm.
Piercing
Each
resistance.
of you roll a d10 and you get that many temporary hit points. That lasts until your next long rest.
Oh.
That a good one?
Not bad.
Great.
You got two
Not very good
tens
at
in a
boons.
row.
1d10.
Yeah, I know. Imbaro and I
Okay.
both rolled a 10.
Ah.
I rolled a 7.
If I already have temporary hit points, I have to overwrite those, right?
Yes.
Darn.
Yeah, temporary hit points don't stack, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Well, 5 extra temporary hit points never hurt.
Sorry there, bud.
That's okay. I'll just wait until those are gone before I use my next fighting spirit.
Also, yeah, every time you get annoyed, can you like wiggle your ears for me?
No.
In fact, that's offensive to ask.
Honestly. Thank you, Fidget.
I thought this group was open-minded.
Nope.
But yeah.
No.
Nope. Sorry to disappoint.
Well, there's a Torah
Okay, so
phobe
each
in
of you
every
have
group.
rolled your temporary hit points. Okay,
We rolled good on those too. Lowest was an 8.
I am still missing
Machine.
this initiative, guys.
What are you still missing?
Missing. Oh goodness.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Oh, you get a point of luck because I was being
That's
racist.
right.
Yeah. He's trying to make me curse.
Uh,
I would just like to say that whole pun was just well done.
Yeah.
well done. It was medium.
I might be stretching my way out of here for a minute.
He's like, enough. Okay. Oh, geez. Now I have to think of a bane to go against that boon.
Can't escape the puns. I might be throwing this character off the nearest cliff soon.
Oh, come on. Listen, you can't be mad. Whoa, hold on. You can't be mad at us, Kyle. Because
Oh, we
what
have
do you
to
do
a
with
stretch?
roast beef? You roast it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm stretching. I'm doing it.
Yeah, Justin, I'm so fighting us.
Downward facing dog.
Far more physical episode than I'm used to.
Right? This is more cardio than I do in a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to maintain my
Right,
Warcraft
so
playing figure.
I'm going to say, just to be absolutely evil, because that's what I am. All of you have disadvantage on wisdom-based checks.
Oh.
And save.
Oh, she didn't metagame that stat at all.
Not at all. I preluded it with I am evil.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Ha 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 ha.
just because I want to have some fun. All right. Have we all rolled initiative? I'm still looking at an empty initiative here.
Oh,
I rolled a 14.
I used.
I rolled.
Are we fighting on the same map as last time?
Yes.
Okay.
The other one's not working for some reason, but
That's
it's okay because the audience can't see it, so it doesn't.
Hey.
You guys could have pretended it was an entirely different map, but no.
I,
How dare you out me like that, sir?
Wow, your map making skills have really improved, Charlotte. Every
Right?
time I find that they're even more elaborate.
Right? Listen, this one isn't a big gray rectangle, so you're welcome.
Yeah. Is this table still actually here, or
No,
is that just
so just
open space?
just use the outsides of the room.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, I can make you a big gray square. That's
No,
what
it's
you
all
would
right.
prefer. All right. Is my Roll20 just not working? You guys rolled initiative. I see one initiative, and it was the one that I rolled. So let's reload this page for a second. Aye. At least they're being somewhat nice and not just hitting us with. Although they can't really spam us with no curse timers, so they're just finding other things to annoy us with.
They stacked a 20-minute one off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Which we appreciate.
Well, it's probably just because we hadn't collected our tokens. I had rolled.
Did you
a
click
5.
on your token? That is okay. I'm gonna add all the turns. Because no one learns. Okay. Baro, what'd you roll?
8-5.
You said 8-5, and I was like, Okay. Domino.
I rolled a 3.
3. Oof. Barenthazar.
12.
Cool. Alright. Up first is Mr. Bovitius.
Okay. Well,
Getting the main course before the appetizers.
I'm going to
Mad.
stride forward to within 10 feet of this abomination and hit it with my wind lance.
You can certainly try.
2 attacks. First one is at 18 to hit, second to 25 to hit.
I think both of those hit, good sir. I think
Alright.
those are sufficient.
So that is 18 slashing damage and 13 lightning damage.
Hey.
Dumping 2 charges.
For a total of
18 plus 13 is 31.
okay. Dang.
And
Okay, so it was 18 slashing damage and 13 lightning damage.
yes.
Got it. Okay.
And
So, fun story. As you slash into this absolute nightmare fuel of a monster, and you hit the button and expend the collected electrical energy into it, the lightning seems to have no effect.
I saw that coming.
I'm not too surprised. That's why I was glad I was acting first. Get that out of the way. But Bovitius will say, well, that's a shocking development. Before, where was I? That was 5, 10, 15.
Can we get a pun timer to be redeemed?
Yeah, can we get
in
a pun
chat?
tally?
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
a
actually-
pun timer. Like,
Oh,
we
so we
can't
can't make puns.
I'm
No,
in
absolutely
favor
not.
of
Can we get a pun
Never.
timer?
Nope.
Honestly, I support that.
No,
As
I
the
would reset
victim
it
of most
so much.
of them.
No. This is a terrible idea, and I let me explain why. I have a full PowerPoint just ready to go. It just says no on it. Every single slide is just no with a different picture of a duck. Okay, so
So
parentheses
I take the remainder of my movement to back up, and that's my turn.
Oh, okay, yeah. Apologies.
And
Remember,
you
Chad, if you want to see any changes to the show, please feel free to write, comment, subscribe. Join our Discord. Let us know
We
what you
do
want to
listen
see on
to
this
you.
channel.
Yeah.
Unless
the
you
most
want
important
to-
changes, the most important changes, the ones that'll be given the most weight, are an end to beef and milk-based puns.
No, that's
And remember, your opinion only matters if you're a patron.
This man knows how to manage social media.
sorry, that makes it your turn, good sir.
All right, so I'm going to strike it with my Morning Star.
You can certainly try.
Well,
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, you just no.
No, the
That's
first two expired. It's the new one I'm fucking off. It spent 20 minutes. I needed one.
A birch tree. Mother Hubbard.
okay, did 10 hit?
A 10? No, a 10 does not hit, unfortunately. Get wrecked. Or get good, whichever you prefer.
I will move back and end my turn.
Okay.
Like you move out of reach.
Oh, I see what the problem is. Okay. I was gonna say, don't you have multiple attacks? But you don't. Because you cannot be yet. Never mind.
Okay.
Your build doesn't allow you to do that. Okay. So you go to swing with your Morning Star, and it moves very rapidly, as if it is a puppet with some of these strings that have been cut. So it's these very lightning fast, jerky movements. This thing is absolutely horrifying. Speaking of which, I forgot to have both you and Bovitius roll a wisdom saving throw. Start of your turn.
Aw.
Yeah.
14.
Remember, you have disadvantage on this.
You have
Yep.
disadvantage, remember.
Because I hate
That's what
you,
I like to
Kyle.
see.
I'll use that luck point.
Nicely done.
Redeem your
Nope.
channel points.
Not very
now.
nicely done.
So wait,
So
he
everybody
had
who can't see, he rolled a 3. He rolled a 14 and then a 2, and then he re-rolled it to a 3, which is beautiful.
But if that was supposed to happen at the start of my turn, it means I didn't waste those lightning charges. Because I could not have moved towards the
If
thing
you're
I'm
using
fierce.
your
What are you
luck
talking about?
for a reroll, do you have to
you
reroll
talking
with
about?
disadvantage? Because you
What,
can
is it
roll
not
a
a fear
one.
aura?
It is a fear aura, but I was also not going to be a jerk and retroactively take away the damage that you did.
All right.
So essentially,
Hold on.
I was gonna chalk it up to you going and slashing at it, and then it looks up at you, and you're like, oh, one of
This is
those.
reasonable.
I
I
thought
rolled
that was reasonable because I should have had you roll at the beginning of your turn, which I did not. So I'm not about to take that damage away from you because as much as I say I am evil, actually a little bit not.
You're neutral evil.
And so and Berenzazar, you didn't waste your
Clearly
attack because
lawful evil
you
behavior.
couldn't get over
That's
there.
very true. It's very lawful. Yeah.
Yeah, because you are so both of you are now frightened of this
I rolled.
horrendous, horrifying creature.
What did? Oh, okay.
Wait, no, what did you roll?
I rolled
Berenzazar?
4 times.
Oh yeah, 14. No. Okay, so it's just Bovitius. Never mind. So your turn went exactly as it did. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Cool. It makes it my turn.
Oh boy.
Bovitius, can you make me
Mhm.
another wisdom saving throw, good sir?
Oh boy. 13 and 9.
Oof. Okay. So it looks at you, and more looks through you, and it opens its mouth, and this bubbly, rasping growl just emanates and like rattles inside of its throat, and you immediately just feel faint before the world just lurches around you and everything goes black as you are immediately dropped to 0 hit points.
What?
Holy shit.
That's its turn.
You got sent to the Shadow Realm, dude.
Father and Borrow, that makes your
Apparently.
turn.
Sure.
Probably shouldn't have gone to the Mage Tower, guys. That was a bad idea. Who was like gunning for that the whole time? They were jerks.
Do you guys want the funny try or the reasonable try?
You want us to
Up to
choose?
you.
I'll
It's
choose
your
the funny.
turn.
I'll choose the funny for sure.
You play your turn,
Uh,
however you choose
yeah,
to
yeah,
play your
totally.
turn.
So Imbaro removes his cloak, and
Okay.
holding it in both hands, he will cast light on it. And then the bird will fly it over and drop it on the creature's head. You said it had
Huh.
no pupils, right? So it
Yeah,
has
no, it
light
doesn't.
blindness? Okay. So he drops the light cloak on the creature's head. Does it work?
Spectacular.
That's innovative
You know
as
what?
fuck.
Because it's
I'm not
absolutely
even mad that
awesome.
you reset the timer there. That is innovative as fuck.
Sorry.
Yes, I will allow that. So you cast
Yeah.
light on the cloak, and then your bird flies it over and just drops it over this thing's head. And you can immediately see like the form underneath it just do the kind of like when you drop a coat on your dog's head, it's like
Yeah, I'm assuming this will last a maximum of 1 round, but
it's probably gonna take it off of its head, but right now it has
immediately.
it can't
Okay.
see, so everybody has advantage against it. At least
So
until it takes this off of its face. So that was
Imbaro
actually
will
a
then
really, really
turn to
clutch
the
move.
others. Imbaro will then turn to the others and questioningly ask, "Bail?" And that's my turn.
We should leave, right?
Bail?
Okay. Domino, that makes it your turn.
All right. Well, I want to turn unholy, but does it need to see me?
Hmm.
What type of
Oh.
creatures?
Yeah.
What type of?
I did it again.
Yeah. It should say in the spell description whether or not it needs to be able to see you. I also need to know what type of creatures it affects, because I'm pretty
Let's
sure it
find
works,
out.
but I'm not absolutely sure. I will consult the Oracle.
Yeah, I was assuming it was a ghast or something similar.
Yeah, each
I think it's
fiend
an
or undead that can
anglerfish.
see or hear you.
It is
See
neither
or
of these
hear.
things.
I think it's
neither
an
of those.
aberration then, if it's a Lovecraft.
You said see or hear?
So it only works on fiends and undead, and this is neither of those things.
Damn. All right. Well, then I would use one of
This
my
is another
rounds
type
for
of
that.
monster with like a sick Call of Duty skin on it.
Actually, I'm an Eldritch horror, so like I technically don't come from the same area of hell, and
I don't appreciate you referring to me
we go
as
to
a
a different
cisgender
college.
monstrosity.
It is temporarily blind, so you could yeet it into the Shadow Realm, into the Underdark.
So I would use one attack to do that and see it doesn't
Absolutely.
work. And then could I get a melee attack?
So I'm just going to say that just out of the kindness of my heart, that spell won't work, so you didn't cast it.
All right, well then I will charge it
So-
with my longsword and hack at the abomination.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll your attacks, good sir.
All right.
I think abominations are like werewolves.
You just got told to not have a cow, by the way, Kyle. I just needed to make
Oh,
sure
I
you're paying
replied.
attention to what's happening.
They indeed do not have a cow right now.
All right,
His rage is
so
getting
we're
a little
looking.
funny, so
I got a
Goddamn.
15 and a modified 20.
both of those hit.
Wonderful.
Yes.
This is medium, I assume.
Yes, this is a
So,
medium creature.
Let's do.
Do you want to take your advantage to try for a crit?
Yeah, sorry,
Um,
I forgot.
Sure.
You just roll 2 more times and make sure neither of them are a crit. That's all that you need to do.
Roll 2 more 20s.
Just so if you roll a natural 20, let me know. Otherwise, just roll them and then we'll just keep going.
Oh well.
Close.
All right. So now we'll do damage. This is- All right. So 8 and 7 is 15 points of
Okay.
damage.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Okay, so
We'll
you
be having sashimi in no time.
Hmm.
you go up
This guy
and
might be poisonous.
as this thing is moving around under the light cast cloak, I just like moving its head just viciously from side to side, trying to get it off. You just go up and just slash this thing, trying very desperately to avoid the cloak because it's a very nice cloak and you don't want to ruin it. So essentially, you go for her legs and just open up these 2 huge gashes on each of its thighs. And this black, like viscous blood just comes pouring out of the wound, and it smells like rotten fish.
Fair enough.
And I'm also gonna say that you covering its face with your cloak saves both of you from having to make that wisdom saving throw. Because this is just comical. You can't. How can you be afraid of that? It's like it's a spider on roller skates.
It's weird. It's kind of charming. Yeah.
You can't. Like,
Best
it's like
3 copper I've ever spent.
All right. Is that your turn, Sir Domino?
Yes.
Okay. She's starting to look pretty haggard. That definitely hurt. Wait. And that's your turn. Bovitius, make me a death saving throw,
I
please.
failed.
Aw.
So you kind of just spasm a little bit on the floor, and everybody can hear the clippity clop of your hooves as you just
So you
are
gotta
in the
even be
process
rude
of
during
dying.
that. Just like gotta make all these comments about his race all the time.
Yeah, I do.
Under chaos, as Lil Given said.
I can't say the clatter of his boots now, can I?
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
He's not wearing boots, is he?
Code blue. Code
What's
blue.
clattering on the floor? All right. Baruthazar, that makes it your turn.
All right, I use Eldritch Blast on it.
Blast. Yeah, you have advantage, so go ahead and roll with advantage.
Mhm.
Avantage. Yes, you do.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
Should I bother rolling the other one?
Potentially. Depends on the damage that you roll on the first one.
It can
And a
crit.
13 misses. You rolled that with advantage?
I rolled a 9. The 19 was the first roll.
So the 13 was the damage.
Oh, sorry, rolled the wrong one.
Now I'm confused.
Do you
I
have?
think he's saying he rolled with advantage, and the results he got were 19 and 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So I rolled a 10 with my D10.
Okay. Doop doop. So you
What level are you?
blast
Level 5.
Is Eldritch Blast 2 rays at level 5?
So he's not full. He's not
He's
level
no, no.
5.
Cantrip scale with character level.
Level can't.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that's true.
I think you might have 2. Yeah, it's 2 beams.
Do we get to come up with the Bane?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, dude.
Everybody heals 10 hit points.
That's not a
No.
bane.
I know. I
Charlotte
know.
can't use an Australian voice for the next character.
I approve.
Dare.
I guess it
Well,
was
my
2
Australian
stretches,
accent is
wasn't it?
Yeah.
decent.
The next one, Scottish.
Ooh, I'll stretch my
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, it's got to be a Bane. That's more of a command, right? So it's got to be a disadvantage to something.
Yeah.
So,
Dartha's monster has disadvantage to get the cloak off its head.
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
I don't. Listen. That's like a free action at best. I'm being really nice here.
Pull the free action, gets it off. All of a sudden, he gets tangled back up in it.
well, what can we use to our advantage? So, is there a saving throw we could use to our advantage, or AC?
You can is negating the wisdom disadvantage an option?
No, because that's kind of a boon to us.
But that's your bane.
Maybe they have
you can't
disadvantage.
bane me by unbaning yourselves. That's not fair.
Yeah.
How about
Hey,
your
Pack.
monsters get a disadvantage to attack rolls?
That's a heck of a bane.
You
How
only have
about
one monster in the room.
How about it moves at half speed?
Okay, I'd like that too.
Half
speed
speed
works for me.
That works. I will. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So its movement speed
Slow
is half.
fish.
Slow. Everything is slow.
The cloak's over its head, so
Yeah,
it thinks
it's-
it's sleepy time.
I don't know why I've always translated that as you have to be 5 levels of a particular. But yeah, it just says when you reach this level.
Yeah, cantrips
So-
are nuts.
Yeah. Okay. Hey,
can't
fuck
have
yeah.
bullshit.
Fucking shit, balls, cock.
It is too.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast is fucking dumb.
I don't know why cock is cock a bad word. I don't know.
It's
I think we
depends
all
on the
like cock here.
Cock, cock, cock.
Is it crowing at dawn, or is it any of the other things a cock could do?
I don't.
How many
Okay.
times is it crowing at dawn?
So can you go ahead and roll your second Eldritch Blast after all of that conversation happened?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
I decided to look it up again and be like, oh yeah, it is
we
too
keep
black.
getting distracted and but you know that happens.
Laser beams.
So is that with advantage again or no?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, I gotta roll.
Fire and laser.
No, the second one misses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit her in the hand as she's like reaching up to try and pull the cloak off of her. And you blast a couple fingers off of its hand. You hear the shriek of rage and pain before it reaches up with the other clawed hand and just claws it off of its own face. And yeah, now it's mad. And Mr. Domino is right there. We're gonna have
Topple him
fun.
over.
Yeah, it's gonna give you a rude shove. That is a 22 to hit you, good sir.
That'll hit.
Okay, you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage as it just rakes its claws down your arm, like your forearm, just hissing with rage. Father and Borrow, that makes your turn.
I have several
I hate to
questions.
say this, but are there any wisdom saving throws involved?
At the beginning of his turn, yes, because it has taken the cloak off.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I
Make
have
me a wisdom
questions.
saving throw with. Okay, can you make me a wisdom saving throw first?
No.
No.
Uh,
Okay. All right.
One sec. Da-da-da.
The Bane. You guys get one. Fuck you, Charlotte.
That's a powerful bane.
And this is
Like, hey,
probably
do
where
this. Yeah, no,
Charlotte
fuck
finds
you.
out. This is probably where Charlotte finds out about the first of several bullshit abilities I have. So let's see.
Mhm.
I rolled a 15. Oh no, maybe not yet. 15 plus 4 is 19. I think I make it.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay. Later then. So first question is Bovitius where he is?
Yes.
So
Except,
I'm looking at correct orientation.
Yes.
Okay. Second question.
Yes.
If I'm within vicinity, do I get spooked, or is it just anyone
If
within this area is this the spook zone? You
this
know?
is the spook zone.
Okay. So
There's a little bit of
then
column
what I will
A and a
do,
little bit of column B.
Hey guys, it's October 30th. We're all in the spook zone today.
we've all entered
This
Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Yeah, I may have introduced this particular like skin just because it's fucking creepy and it's great.
I'm definitely frightened. So Bird is gonna
Ah!
so we've got Sir Domino and we've got Balthazar. You're there?
Zar?
About Parenthesar's over here.
Oh, you're over
Next to
there.
the videos.
This is an unfortunate placement of people.
Yep.
Okay. So that's difficult. Okay, yeah. Imbara will go over here and he will twin spell protection from good. Or evil, sorry, rather.
Okay.
Protection from good. Protection from evil.
Good.
Yeah, okay, so no one can get healed anymore. You're all fucking dead. Eat shit. I'm out. Okay, so protection of evil grants several benefits. The first and most important is you can't be frightened by this creature. So that's
Nice.
good.
Okay, so it's you can't be
You
frightened.
cannot be frightened.
But it
The
doesn't
target
work if
also
you're
can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
But he's
Neither
already
of these
frightened,
targets, neither of these whose is. Didn't he just make it?
Well, no, he was frightened, and then that's why he got dropped.
He's down though. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's downed. He is no longer frightened because he is downed.
I mean, he will be once he gets.
But he is
It
no
doesn't
longer.
go away.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I
If
think
you're
No, it does not.
Does the state of fear doesn't leave when he falls down?
No, he's still afraid of it. He's not going to wake up and suddenly forget that he's terrified
well,
of this thing.
okay, that's fine. Well, the target is if the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against relevant effect. Just in case.
That works.
So that would just cancel out the disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can't you.
And it would theoretically
creatures
be
of
a new
those types
saving throw
have
at the end of the
He would have gotten saves at the end of each of his turn to cancel the effect.
Yeah.
But
And will now.
and now he'll get advantage on those saves.
If you heal me.
Am I cast? Yeah, if I heal you later, you've got 2 turns.
I think we should call this episode Inside Baseball.
I'm doing triage. Okay,
If
so
we're gonna call
also
this episode, we know how to play this game. We promise.
so I'm gonna guess aberration. This creature's probably aberration, yeah. So any aberrations have disadvantage on attack rolls against both Bovitius and Balthazar, Barenthazar, Garugamesh.
Good guess. Try again.
Oh no,
This is
I
not
named
an
aberration. Like that's it. Like
And
that's the
guess
one
what
I
I'm saying.
chose.
This is
I
not
know
an
I
aberration.
chose that one. Like I chose wrong.
Oh.
Like that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Is
know
that
what,
your
what
turn,
creature this
Ezra?
is. Yeah. Oh no, Bird. Bird's gonna go over and we're gonna give We're gonna use the help action on Domino to give him advantage on his next saving throw, and then that's my turn. So the only one who doesn't have advantage is me.
I don't think you can. It can help with the saving throw.
Yep.
How does it help with against being afraid of this?
That's the help action. It is taking the help action.
It doesn't. No, that's a wisdom save. No,
That's how it works, though.
no, the help action
The
helps
help
with like
action-
attack rolls and stuff. Not with
Yeah,
saving
it's
Here, one
attack
throws.
rolls
sec.
and ability checks.
One sec.
Too bad. Yay.
Oh, ability check. You are right, and I apologize. I thought that's how it worked. My bad.
Unfortunately, not.
Then we're just gonna go with advantage on attack there.
That works.
I thought it was that.
Party boon, everybody gains 5 health.
No, you know what? I'm gonna actually give you guys that. Charlotte, get lost because I can't say the actual thing because there's a timer going. But
Okay.
once during this session, one of you can tell me to stuff it.
Okay. Well, we all
I
got a
can
vote.
just be like, do this, and you can be like, no, and I'll just let it go.
Hey, Charlotte, I'm using the help action.
No, you're not. That happened. I made that ruling before I gave you the boot. So no. Okay. You're giving him advantage on the attack.
Next attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So Domino, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. Good sir.
And
I'm
then how would
finally
I do
remembering to do this at the
disadvantage?
beginning. You just roll 2 and take the lower of the 2.
All right, looks like a 2.
2?
But I thought the disadvantage
two.
was negated by his protection from evil.
That is only on 2 targets.
not
which are
on
you
Domino.
and Bovitius.
I see.
Yeah.
I had to choose.
Yeah.
I chose twin spell.
Haha. All right. So you are frightened of this creature. So you cannot willingly move closer to it, which is fine because you're already in melee. And you have disadvantage on attacks against it. But luckily for you, the burb is giving you the help action, so you can make normal attacks.
Okay. Protection from evil would not affect this in any way.
It would, but that's your whole action.
Okay. Well, then I'll take the advantage with the bird. If
making
that's
a
what you're
stretch.
saying.
Okay.
Sideburns.
Yeah. So it's giving you the help action, so you get to roll with advantage.
Remember,
Okay.
he had 9 more of them.
All right. Do I get normal attacks then?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go.
So I'm going to stretch it this way.
Oh, wow. Those would be 2 misses.
With
Interesting.
advantage? Or no, with normal. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not with advantages. Okay.
Oh, those are misses.
Yeah,
Those
9
are
out of
whiffs.
5.
Unfortunate.
Clearly, this is a fearsome creature.
Indeed.
It rattled me.
It's rattling me.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is it's clawed the cloak off of its face, and it turns jerkily towards you, and you can hear like the cracking of each of its joints as they don't fit together properly anymore. So essentially this jangling, horrifying skeletal see-through creature just looks at you with this soulless gaze and unnerves you to the point where you're not really paying attention to where you're aiming anymore. You're just more trying to it's in your face. You're like, oh god. So it just begins to lurch towards you, just claws extended, mouth opening, jaw like with a click unhinging, getting ready to try and consume part of you. Is that your turn?
It is.
All right. Bovitius, you have not been healed yet, have you?
I sure haven't.
Roll me a death saving throw, please.
Safe. That's a 9, so a second failure.
Ooh,
See,
oh
you're
no.
fine.
I could have been instantly dead if I'd rolled another
You
1.
could've.
We might have a problem here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Barenthazar, that makes it your turn.
I'm gonna go again with my Morning Star.
You can certainly try.
13.
13 just misses, unfortunately.
Is there anything else? What else can I do?
Oh, he's ground beef.
ATY.
There may be a little bit of a silver lining to the loss of this character, let's be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
It's gonna be the first and the last time. Oh.
Oh, no.
Theotis, you're not helping.
What shall I give myself?
Don't go towards the golden arches.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a d10 and give this thing temporary hit points.
You so rudely took them all from me.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Fun
Sorry, Beef.
story. That makes it my turn. Whose life should I ruin? I wonder.
I'm currently the only one in the room. I think. No, wait, Domino.
Hey, Domino. You feel like making me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, please, good
I
sir?
do. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And that would be a 9.
A 9 unfortunately fails.
Looks
So
like it.
it lurches towards you, just sucking in air through its windpipe, making this horrendous rattling noise on the inside of its lungs. And you immediately take a really sharp breath in and then realize with mounting panic that you can't breathe anymore before everything around you begins to go black. As you fall prone, you have been reduced to 0 hit points as well.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I knew
TPK,
it.
guys.
This isn't a normal tower. It's a 5G tower.
Welcome to the expert level.
You figured it out, eh? Bill Gates, why would you do this?
Pulls off the mask.
Aha!
It seems capitalism does win after all.
You all picked on me in high school.
All right, that is its turn. Father Embaro, that makes it your turn.
I mean, the correct answer is leave Domino there for now. So I'm just gonna. We're just gonna use a second level spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on Cowboy. Bovitius.
Also, thank
there
you
it
to
is.
Theotis for that bane. Or boon, sorry. That was
the Indian.
So you're gonna go ahead and heal Cure Wounds. I think it's 2d8, right? I'm just gonna make sure. That is in fact 2d8. Yep, plus roll 2d8. So you get 8 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 4. So you get 12.
Oh, let's go. I'm back in the fight, boys.
Remember when we were at
Utilizing my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Curse on the Lovecraft, the anglerfish.
Lovecraftian.
He's from Innsmouth. His name's
Did you
Joe.
Did you not just
We
cast
know
a spell
him.
though?
I instead am going to cast a fishing line to catch this fish.
Come here. Come on. The nibble. That's all I need. Come here.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hold on, I'm just gonna read my spells real quick. To buy some time by filling the air with talking. I'm just gonna use my bird to buy me more time by giving the help action to Berenthazar.
Okay.
And then I will move closer to Domino, which buys me even more time. And then use Form of Dread as my bonus action.
Okay. So
So
for
Form of Dread.
everyone else in the room, because you haven't used this yet.
So
what
Form
does
of Dread.
your Form of Dread look like?
Have you guys played League of Legends? I'm really
Yeah,
ripping off
you're
Swain here.
Swain.
I'm really ripping. I really like it. I'm not gonna pretend.
Honestly,
so cool.
Demon Slayer is like one of my favorite
It's
abilities
really
from that
cool.
game.
So the bird merges with man, and the man becomes man bird, and Birdman is scary.
Well, the dead job.
Okay,
Also, a good
is
movie
bird,
with a very great soundtrack.
Which part is bird and which part is man?
We don't know, honestly. I think Beatrice is the real hero. You know, I think Swain's the puppet. What?
So,
I didn't answer the question.
I imagine
No,
it,
you didn't.
as you assume your Form of Dread, your bird just flies like directly into your chest, and then the tops of your arms begin to be covered with these black feathers, as part of your head and your nose extend outwards into like a plague mask sort of visage. That's how I imagine
Yeah, more or
it.
less. I was just essentially going for like shadow form.
Yeah, and so essentially, the plague doctor mask is just this continually dissolving and reforming smoke. And you see this absolute nightmare fuel of a monster look up at you and go onto its back foot. This thing is intimidated by you.
Dun dun dun. I also gain 4 more temporary hit points, and I'm immune to the frightened condition.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Fight
That is
me
awesome.
IRL.
I know where you live. Okay. A domino, that makes it your turn. Roll me a death saving throw, please.
Okay, let's do this. That is a 19.
Okay, that is one success. So you are dying, but a little bit less.
I'll take it.
Mostly dead.
All right, only mostly dead. Nobody's going through your pockets just yet. Okay, Bovitius, makes it your turn.
I scramble to my feet,
Okay.
kind of look over at Father Embaro and say, "What the fuck?" Before reaching into my belt and pulling out
slow
my
down.
hand axes. Har har
Okay.
har. I pull out my hand axes.
Mhm.
I'm already at disadvantage because of the fear, so I'm not even worried about the range increment. And I'm going to use my fighting spirit to give myself 5 temp HP and advantage, canceling out
Nice.
the disadvantages. So 2 straight rolls with the hand axes. That's a -1 and a 20. Or not a -1, a nat
A
1 and a
negative
20.
one.
A nat 1 and a 20.
Fun.
You know what? Thanos would be proud.
Can you roll me a D100,
I'm
good sir?
rolling it. That's 6.
6. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh no. At least I'm good
Oh,
at
yeah.
this.
I just want you
17.
both to die.
17.
That would be so
Okay,
great.
so you stand up and realize that one of your legs has like seized up whilst you were prone. But essentially you just give it a really quick stretch and just kind of kick angrily. You kick the wall angrily, and you do not suffer any detriments to your movement, luckily. You just kind of muscle your way through that cramp and just keep going.
Okay.
Not the natural 20, but the dirty 20 does hit. So
All
can
right.
you roll me the damage for that?
I will. That is 10 slashing damage with that hand axe.
Okay.
And with my bonus action, I'm going to second wind.
Okay. So your hand axe spins through the air and just impacts like directly into this thing's sternum, and you know that because you can see it through the semi-translucent skin. So it rocks backwards a little bit on the spot, and I know there's muscle. And this thing is now bleeding this foul-smelling brackish blood from like multiple wounds. It is barely standing at this point. You guys can hear that raspy, bubbly breath just becoming more prominent. It's not doing so hot.
I'll just
Yeah.
hey.
Kill it with fire.
Oh, and before the end of my turn, do I roll
Okay.
one more wisdom save?
Yes, to see if you can negate that fear effect.
And
Yes.
this one is not at disadvantage because of the protection from evil.
Yes.
Cool. Still an 8.
You're still frightened.
Plus
I
0 is
did
going
try.
You're
so far.
scared
I know you
now.
did.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I have a new thing to be scared of, even though I know it's on my side.
Are cows afraid of water?
Boon.
I don't know. This one's
No.
not.
Think so?
Yep.
I don't think so. I don't know. What do you guys want? Pitch me some ideas. What do you want?
For a boon?
Oh, is it a boon?
Oh yeah, so you have one free. Tell Charlotte to fuck off. Currently, and I gave you guys temporary hit points.
We could each purge one status effect.
Oh, great.
You know what?
I
That's
purge
fine.
my form of dread.
Hey, I'm no
dying,
longer
'cause
frightened.
Dying is not a status effect. It is
Yes,
not. All right. Okay. Barenthazar, that makes your turn.
I'm once again going to try to hit it with my Morning Star. Nope. That's an 8.
Oh boy, you're not having a good day today, bud.
God.
Only Eldritch Blast hit. That was good.
One of them hit. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
That makes it my turn. Hey, feeling Barenthazar? Feeling good? Feeling great?
I'm
Having
feeling
fun?
okay.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay.
It's like
So
a million. Whatever. Shut up.
whatever. No, you can't hit me.
We kind of chooses to.
It whips around on the spot, just lashing out at you, sort of like in a backhanded blow. And you manage to dart backwards just enough that it rakes across the front of your breastplate and doesn't manage to gain purchase in your soft, squishy flesh. So it missed. Barely. Alright. Yeah, that's its turn. Father and Borrow, that makes it your turn.
Oh, does no one have to make a wisdom throw?
No, because he succeeded, so he's just immune to it.
Okay. What were we doing? We were killing him. Right.
killing
Okay.
him.
So. Okay.
It's a
I know I
pass
said
fail
the
kind of
bird.
thing.
I know I said we merged the bird, but like
Yeah.
the bird, I can still use the bird, right? Like
Yeah, you can just have it like a
Okay.
illusory shadow version of your
okay.
raven.
So I give
It's-
myself advantage with the help action.
That's not against the rules, so you can't.
It's just really funny. So we're gonna do that.
You're just looking at your bro like, help me, bro. Motor in his fucking face or something. God.
We're just gonna go ahead, take out our dagger. Do I need more damage? Nah, he's probably dead, right? Nah, he's probably dead. We're just gonna hit him. Boop 17 plus 5 is something.
Still hit. Yeah.
Too.
That'd be 20.
Fishing for the crit?
Whenever you hit a creature with attack roll, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw. If the saving throw fails, the target is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. Now who's laughing, fishman?
Game
Would you make a
recognizes.
wisdom saving throw,
listen.
please?
Game recognizes game. Okay. Oh, that is a 9.
You eat shit fish.
I've eaten shit
now
fish.
roll
It's
for
called bad
damage.
sushi.
I only think I deal like 3 damage anyway. It's a dagger. I don't have a D3 on this roll 20. Crap. One
A
D3.
dagger's a D4.
D4.
There you
Oh,
go.
is it? Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
dagger's a D4.
Well, can I just take the 3?
Yeah, so can you imagine going up to GM and being like, what damage is this? You know what? How about this? Roll the D4 and then take the higher of the 2. How about that?
They did that in 3rd, okay? Like,
Yeah, they did.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
it
you were
was
if you were a
literally-
small creature
it
with a
was-
dagger, like there's no hope for you.
You know what? I'm going to assign a damage die that doesn't exist in
Yeah.
this particular one.
It was literally roll a D4 and both 3 and
Minus
4
1.
are 3.
No, that's not cool. Oh yeah, roll your D4, and if you get a 4, you can keep it. If it's anything else, I'll take the 3.
Okay. Beep boop. It's a 1.
Okay,
So we're
we're
doing that.
keeping the 3. Plus your
I add my
dexterity.
dex, so
Yes.
7.
Okay.
And then, like we're chilling.
Okay.
That's it.
How would you like to do this?
Hey!
Huzzah.
I think we gotta go gruesome and like grab the eye stalk and like
Yeah,
it's
dude.
a dagger, right?
So you have this thing on its back foot, and you just rise up to your full height, towering over this thing, and you see its pupilless eyes just go wide, as you just instill fear for the first time into this creature. And as it recognizes this new alien emotion that it's not ever felt before, you reach forwards and grab that luminous stalk that's coming out of its forehead and drive your dagger into the side of its neck, watching the fear leave its eyes before you let it go slack and hold onto the eye stalk, just tearing it free as the weight of the body pulls it free from your grasp.
This would be a weapon in Monster Hunter, like 100%.
Glowy eye stalk, glowy. It's like a lanternfish. One of the.
Cool.
them.
So we'll dismiss spook form and probably drop the gross eyeball.
It's not. It's like one of those like light thingies.
It's pretty
like
gross.
it's like it's
Yeah,
definitely gross.
It's slimy.
It's got a
It's pretty
layer
gross.
of like slime on it that you
Yeah.
weren't quite ready for. It's definitely an ick. It's most assuredly a sensory ick.
Have you ever tried to wash like Vaseline off your hands with just water and like it doesn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Awful.
that perfect.
Almost like Vaseline is
you.
hydrophobic.
That makes sense.
In 2023, you would think we could get over
So,
our hydrophobia.
also now
I will be
now to-
hydrophobic till the day I die.
So now to explain, this was a hag, just a slightly beefed up version of one.
Those hydros don't belong around here.
So it was a fae then.
Okay, yes.
Damn.
So with that, we're gonna take a short 5-minute break, just to let everybody go do
Stop
the
laughing.
thing, and so we can all swear off camera. Although the swear timer's over. We gotta
I
hydrate
don't
before
think
we
this
go.
is
So
properly hydrated.
But-
but
no,
I'll
Cheers.
do it.
it's
you're
probably
going
gonna involve
for,
getting another drink because
Damn
I'm almost out.
hydros.
All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. All of us have refilled our drinks for the inevitable hydrates that are coming. All right, so last we left off, the party finally managed to remove the hag
No
from
sooner said than hydrated, by the way.
its miserable existence.
I didn't actually
Alright.
get water.
Again?
I should get water.
Oh, none of us have milk.
Can't afford
Oh,
milk in
you
this
should be
economy.
drinking
I can
milk.
barely afford beer.
Right. Okay, so
I don't drink
the
milk.
the nightmare fuel hag is now has been relieved of her life. So
You know what's the most
I'll-
unfortunate part about this whole exchange?
What?
We have to keep the hag stock, right? It's got to be an ingredient for something.
Oh, it's definitely
Yes.
some type of useful magic. I'm going to
the
I'm gonna
luminous
run
light
over.
bulb.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
run
put
over
it in
to
your
Sir
inventory
Domino.
as luminous, hag stock.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over
Well-
to the body that the thing was feeding on,
Okay.
and I'm gonna.
I'm gonna run and check on Sir Domino and ask Father Umbaro to.
Yeah, we're gonna
Father,
go ahead
please
and.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
Sir Domino, you're dying.
But
I wanted,
Oh,
I wanted
I
to
was
say
waiting
something.
for
I'm not in the
option
room,
four.
so
Domino's is like, I don't want to be rude. Take your time.
I'm role playing.
that's right.
You
Just
heal
playing
19.
dead.
And that's my second level spell slot gone.
Okay.
So I do have first level slots, but no more warlock slots. Okay. But yeah, you heal 19.
Oh, that's good.
Does Father Umbaro still look like Swain?
Actually, sorry, no, I don't.
No, he
can I
sure he
amend that
said he was
before I
gonna
complete
dispel
the
that.
cast, or am I screwed?
amend what?
The cast,
Cast of
the cure.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down 2 warlock slots to sorcery point to twin spell to heal both Bovitius and Domino, and Bovitius gets a separate roll from the 19. If that's okay or no?
Sure. Same
Okay.
slot.
So
Uh,
Bovitius only gets 11, and then that's it. I have no more
Okay.
anything.
Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you for your aid.
Better.
What on earth?
We'll need both of you to make it through this, if this is of any indication.
What on earth was that?
A hag, it
Aberration.
would seem.
No, what you became.
I think now is not the time for that.
Let us hope we have the time soon. I
was
Greatly
truthful with you
curious.
when I came here. When you asked me why am I here, and I responded with I am here to put the dead to rest. I'm being truthful. What is happening here is horrific, and we want the same thing.
Indeed. Have you ever told us what god you serve?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have been able to put 2 and 2 together and assume Raven Queen stuff.
Absolutely, I said Zane the first time.
Hmm.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. You can probably put 2 and 2 together.
I believe you said that before.
I don't know about like in lore in Charlotte's world if Raven Queen is like widely known. Question mark could be.
Yeah,
Like
no,
it's
the
very
Raven
obvious.
Queen, Raven Queen does not yet exist.
Dun, dun, dun. The twist.
So, I would say, Will, if your god gives you this much power, I'm glad to see that you use it for good. And I will check on the fallen archmage.
Oh yeah, he's super dead, isn't he?
He's definitely missing a lot. He's missing a lot of mass. He's a lot lighter than he was the last time you saw him, and he's a spindly motherfucker to begin with.
Speaking
So
of light, I grabbed my cloak.
which is still glowy, which is still sparkly glowy. Okay. Bovitius, would you like to roll me an investigation or a medicine check, whichever you prefer?
I'll go with medicine. That is a 10.
He's dead.
That much I suspected.
I'm sorry, man. It seems like he's passed. He's not moving.
I'm just picturing him now. He like actually lifts the guy's like hand. He's like,
up,
I'm
just
a
screaming.
He's dead.
He's not pining for
All
the cure, it's
formal, he
passed
like
on.
fills out like a deceased form and shit.
No, he does that whole thing in like in one of those which Shakespeare play is it where somebody is dying and they do this whole bloated monologue about how they're
All of
sorry,
them?
which Shakespeare
Loads of
play?
I mean, Romeo and Juliet,
The Shakespeare
Richard
play.
III, Macbeth,
Oh, I know.
Hamlet.
like
I know.
actually dying and and then this whole like it probably
It's the taming of the
extended their
shrew.
death.
It's all of them.
Oh, I just like it.
And now I am dead. He just like dies and then
Realistically, I suspected he was dead. What I wanted to
think
do
it
was
was
actually
Summerside
rifle
Dream,
his
actually.
pockets.
all right, yeah.
I was disguising my thievery as a legitimate attempt at first aid.
Investigation check
I
13.
lay my hand on his chest
That
to
way
feel
when
for
the
heartbeat
cops come by,
as I search his pockets.
I was checking the
I was
pulse in his pockets.
I was looking for his house card.
Yeah.
Samaritan law, dude. Don't worry about it.
Just because he had $100 cash in there too. Like I deserve a reward for my effort.
I found his wallet.
Good Samaritan, being a good Samaritan isn't free, okay? Like
I am the law in this town. I'll take what I need.
I mean, I'm basically a detective now anyway. So like,
no, he's starting to Judge Dredd.
I gotta
I don't know.
put shoes on my kids' hooves. What do you
Okay,
want, man?
so you rolled. Hold on. Did
13
you roll an
investigation.
13. Okay. So he does have a few things in his pockets. He has a few pieces of gold, like maybe 6 or 7. He has a bottle opener. He has a ring, like this small silver ring with a couple diamonds kind of inlaid into it. And he has a small, like, folded note.
Can I read the note?
Yeah. So you open it and it's written in this large loopy cursive. And it says, I'll meet you at 11 at our regular spot. Love you forever, Betty.
Do I recognize the name Betty? Wasn't
your
that the
past name?
magistrate?
That is the magistrate, yes.
Okay.
Her name is Beatrice, but he called her
Right.
Betty.
Right.
Nice.
Nice.
Right.
Collusion.
I was gonna say, like, everybody in the government's fucking each other. This isn't right.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
No, this is
That's how it
exactly
works,
what
right?
we're
Like,
talking
you know,
about.
let's talk about your platform.
Let me tell you about a man named
have
Caesar.
sexual relations with the magistrate.
I did not. Hey,
Yay.
Tano, you get a boon.
Nice, thank you.
Advantage
What
on
would you
his
like?
next ability check?
No, what would you like? What would you like? Ask and you might receive.
Oh. Oh, can I save that? Can I save it? Can you save boons?
Maybe.
It's bold. It's a new move. Banking a boon.
For my next
Banking a
combat?
boon.
Oh, that's a cool idea. I kind of dig that because, like, we don't know what we're about to walk into. We could
The
pick.
problem
literally
is though, if I allow that opens the door
Okay.
to like.
So open the door, Charlotte.
There are some doors. That
That
should
should always
remain
be
All
open.
right, well then, can I heal? I will lay hands on myself and Bovitius. Can we get max hit points?
That yes,
That's cool.
I like it.
that's
All
I
right,
like
done.
a lot.
that is sick.
There you go.
So I will
Yeah,
lay hands on Bovitius Hymnus Requies, and then I will do so to myself.
That's a hell of a
that's
boon.
a clever use of a boon,
I like this a lot.
right?
Okay, and then the ring. Does the ring appear to have any significance to me?
It appears to you to just be a ring.
Okay. And you said it was a silver ring with some diamonds set in it?
Yeah, it's like 2 diamonds set into it.
You guys are overlooking the bottle opener.
I was about to ask about the bottle opener. Is there anything noteworthy that I can see about the bottle opener?
I'm gonna take 30 on the bottle opener.
Roll me an investigation check on the bottle
Yeah,
opener.
I figured. That's a 2.
It opens bottle.
I'm gonna put it in my pockets for bottle opening purposes.
There's gonna be
All
a
right.
door, and like that's the key or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just a fucking bottle opener.
No, can't fool me, Charlotte. Can't fool me.
That's some DM tomfoolery if I've ever heard it.
Right?
Turns out the bottle opener is cursed.
I was gonna like,
First bottle opener. All of your wine
Use our
tastes
curiosity
like,
and our
all of
thievery
your wine
against
tastes
us.
like it's been in a box, no matter how nice the wine bottle is.
That's truly evil.
our final battle is gonna be against the bottle of wine.
Yes.
You think you can uncork this? Is you fool?
Why, yes, I have a bottle opener.
My only weakness.
Even more worthy of my vintage.
It just like cracks all the way up and
So-
wine leaks out onto the. Okay, so squirrel.
Yeah, let's
all right.
get back to the yeah.
So,
Yeah.
lady, the other lady, Betty,
Beatrice.
her place was ransacked too. Yeah. Out of character.
You have no
It was
idea whether or
ransacked
not
too, right?
her
Yeah,
mansion
we
was
actually
ransacked.
haven't been to the
haven't
magistrate.
You
been.
guys
We haven't been
found her
since
body
the-
stuffed in the closet.
Yeah.
Where was the other place we were at with the dead body and then the other dead body we made?
the
That
barracks.
was the barracks. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
So we've
'Cause
been
that's obviously where you
we've
stick
been
a
to the
corpse, in a
sewers.
closet.
Okay.
So we were in
Okay.
the inn when everything went down, and then we fought a couple werewolves.
Sewers to
Then we
the
met you.
jail, and then the jail to the barracks, and barracks to the here.
That's the one.
Yes.
That's the one.
And Rendell and I are still at the barracks currently,
Yes, we are.
All right. I'm
waiting
gonna...
patiently to join the game.
Yes. And with
we
that
we
in
need
mind...
Rendell. We need Rendell because we need to treat this like a crime scene. We need our criminal.
With that in mind, I'm actually going to turn to the group and I'll say, given the nature of this monster, I am concerned for our companions. I think we should find what we need here as quickly as possible and return to them.
Well, it would
I
help.
believe we should check on the gnome afterwards. Right?
The one in the
Because
Which one?
no, wasn't the other Picer a gnome? The old man.
Hector.
Yeah.
Winland.
Back to
Oh,
Windlands,
Windlands, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, what did we ever do with him?
everyone's-
Did we just leave him at the jail?
You
Well,
left
we
him in
did,
jail.
and everyone's being savaged by
Here's the thing.
monsters.
You
Session
have a good
before,
point.
when everything went down with Talon, Fidget was going to go talk with Hector, but that kind of got glossed over.
Okay,
So
we could do that, but there's also Betty. But yeah, we should meet up with the others. I agree. But I'm
Betty
concerned for the gnome.
is dead.
He's dead, Betty.
We confirmed unequivocally that Betty is
Yeah,
dead.
yes, but
No,
we
I'm
need to
here.
check. Hear me out. Hear me out.
You're not wrong.
Hear me out.
I thought we left her in the cellar.
The
wait.
mass murder is the mass murder is a conspiracy. It's a cover up, right? Maybe they were. This place is ransacked. I think they were after something. The Thieves Guild is cleared out. I think maybe certain people were being targeted here. I think the cult was infiltrating this town for a reason, and there might be something missing from here, important. I don't know. It seems like it could be connected.
What we learned from the magistrate was that there's an ancient ritual which kept whatever beast that cult worships asleep. And this bicentennial celebration, which was so rudely curtailed, was the cover for performing that ritual. And this city was the only remaining city on the continent that still had a society in government that performed that ritual.
And
With
do we know anything
the
about
city-
the ritual in particular?
We have very limited details. The magistrate was not able to tell us everything. Charlotte, stop clicking your bones together.
No.
But yeah, with the ritual cut short by the death of the townsfolk and the elimination of many of the inner circle of the government, it appears that nothing remains to keep whatever this beast may be asleep.
Well, then we need Fidget here immediately.
I
Right.
will look around for Fidget's homunculus.
he's quivering at the bottom of the stairs, afraid to look.
Aw.
I will.
He got hoofed.
Right
got-
I will-
because you
He
can
got
see it.
hoofed.
I will go. I
You
will go
are
to
a
the top of
bully,
the stairs.
Bovitius.
I will go to the top of the stairs and crouch down and call to the homunculus, assuming Fidget is probably looking through its eyes, and I will call down and say, "It is safe up here now."
Thank God they're
Buddy.
okay. And then my homunculus runs upstairs.
And I will leave some space for the homunculus to touch the room.
So the tiny origami.
So
Figure.
to
I
communicate
will
with you, do we
literally-
have to play the like?
The cootie catcher.
Yeah.
ELUE.
to
You like
yes.
lift it up and his message is there. It's like, how did it get
Wait,
here? That's
why do
amazing.
all of the flaps just say "go fuck yourself"?
He's alive.
Wow.
Fantastic.
I went to a really mean school. Fuck. I will follow the homunculus around in order to open any books that it needs opened.
Now, how does this work? Do I get to roll my investigation check?
No, so your homunculus gets its own stat block.
Right.
It
Yeah.
can help you.
Well, I don't.
Essentially, you're
think-
investigating with it, like through sort of.
Right.
You
I
know,
get you.
investigation. Okay, hold on. No, yeah, I will let you use your investigation bonus.
We
Did
need
I just use my
maximum
intelligence? Oh, yeah,
librarian
okay, fair.
skills.
I'm not going to argue with it.
Because I'm thinking about it, like this thing doesn't have its own little like.
It doesn't know how to
System.
investigate. It does its own
Yeah,
thing, right?
it's like so it's
it's
just
more-
now
it's more-
it's just you looking
Yeah.
through it, right?
Right.
So if this was a perception check, you would definitely rely on its sight
Sure.
for your perception.
It's got like
For example,
Chat
if
GPT in it.
If I was in the room, I could perhaps like give myself advantage with it, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I give him advantage by going around and helping to open books for him.
Oh, okay. I'll do it with advantage. Great. Let's see. 20.
Oh, baby.
Oh, come
23.
on!
Oh.
That's a 23.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that connects to the writing, the runes, or any of the magical sort of imagery, symbology I've seen since I entered the city. Also, I'm looking for personal reasons for anything to do with the cult of the living word.
Okay. So, with the 23, you begin investigating and realize that none of the burnt pieces of paper and the books that are kind of just scattered around the room are what you're really looking for. You have a feeling that what you're looking for wouldn't just be readily accessible on any of these shelves. So you begin kind of looking around for
Yeah, I'm gonna look for secret levers,
secret compartments,
entryways.
right? Yep. So essentially, you managed to find a small, almost indiscernible button on one of the undersides of one of the shelves, and when you press it, it opens the back panel of one of the shelves, revealing 3 books. One of them is titled The History of the Children of the Storm. One of them is titled The History of the Living Word. And one of them is titled The Ancient Druids. Druids. I don't know why I said it like that. The Ancient Druids.
It's the mystery of the Druids.
And so you can see that they're lined up as the history of the living word, the history of the Druids, and then the history of the Children of the Storm.
Okay, well, Rendell hears me exclaim, "Holy shit, I found it."
I will collect the books, put them in my bag to take to Fidget. So
The
that he
best
can
part
read
of
through
that
them.
is that I know with the familiars, when he's connected to it, he's blind and deaf, so I can't really respond to him. So I just hear him say, "Holy shit!"
Imagining like Brendel's just reading and gets startled by, fuck! Oh no! Oh no!
I will actually ask Fidget's familiar
I already did.
for an indication. I will ask Fidget's familiar for an indication of whether it can read the books itself if I open them for it, or whether it would like me to bring them to him.
The homunculus signs hard pass. I would like to read them. I would like to hold them in my hands.
Okay. So I will bring them to you.
Yeah.
What is hard what does hard pass look like?
Totally.
Expecting you to do it with the little homunculus. Just like grab his little arms.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here.
It does it kind of like Porygon, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah. He's like, no, not into it. Let's
Oh,
go.
it's laughing.
I'm sure these
Sorry.
books are quite valuable.
I'm
You
being
should
facetious.
definitely bring them. Full of
Indeed.
knowledge.
Do any of you wish to find anything else in this room?
Nah, out of here.
Is it clear how the hag accessed the room?
The stairs, probably.
Yeah, that's a good question because the door was bolted.
Oh, that's fair. It has claws, right?
Can I
Yeah,
check
that's
for
fine.
secret doors?
You could certainly try.
Don't make me get my flower.
All right, let's do this.
$16 for investigation.
There doesn't seem to be a secret door.
Maybe downstairs.
So
Start
let me
pulling on whatever books are left.
give you guys a hint. Hags are intelligent enough to know how a sliding bolt works.
Yeah.
Hags have
This
an
is
intelligence
reasonable.
of 12. This hag didn't want to share, so she locked all the other bitches out.
Fair enough. Also, we have another hydrate and another strict in the chat.
Okay. Thank you.
See, I don't know if my character's smart enough to do the thing that I want to do.
Actually, that's a good stretch. Oh, damn. We're gonna look up. And I'm gonna look down.
You should let the dice inform your intelligence, Father.
He's already suspicious. I mean, whatever. I mean, like, can I don't know how to phrase this, I guess. Can I use an investigation roll to just like look at the room and determine like was this all the ruckus, all the just the attack, or was there a search? You know, were they looking for something, or was this murder?
There was a search.
There was.
Yes. The pattern
Is
of
there a desk?
everything kind of scattered around matches all of the instructions that
I
you
know
guys
what
have
to
seen
do.
in the office, and so it seems like somebody went through here.
I figured out what to
purposefully,
do. I can
all
utilize
these
role play. Bovitius.
Yes, Father.
I cast. Okay.
You guys. I shouldn't say you guys. You're familiar with crime scenes.
I am.
How do we go about finding what it is because they must have been looking for something. Can we see if there were more than just a hag in the room? Maybe the hag didn't work alone. Maybe the hag had an accomplice. Familiar.
Perhaps they were looking for the books.
We found them fairly easily.
You get a boon.
My cloak is now fully repaired from the fish attack.
Oh, I did get damaged.
It got damaged from the claw rip, I imagine.
No, it did. No.
Okay. I don't know.
That's a waste of a boon. Try again.
Yeah, thank you.
I gained 2 sorcery
Try
points
again.
there.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Good
That's
call.
fine.
So to answer your question though, I'll say, well, whenever I was called upon to investigate a crime scene, I would always ensure that I had a skilled arcanist with me to identify any trace residue of magical spells. I would always ensure that the body was thoroughly checked for physical damage as well as any potential arcane damage. Generally speaking, one can ascertain the motivation between destruction and active searching when a room is tossed in the way that this one has been, based on the selectiveness with which items are strewn around, as well as the specificity of areas that were most thoroughly cleaned out. It is not an exact science, but certainly one can at least glean a measure of understanding.
You're right. We should get Fidget here.
Over them.
Indeed, he would have
I was
been.
reading it to you guys.
He would have been quite the asset. However, it is possible that his homunculus may still be able to assist if you would like to specify any particular
Are we not returning?
area.
Once
We
we are
should
done, we are
return
done here?
post-haste.
No, I mean once we are done here, we are done here.
Ah. It will
Because
depend
I
on the
imagine
condition.
I imagine we should carry on from this place eventually.
Indeed, it would behoove us to get out of this town as soon as
I
Nix
hate
is
you
healthy
so
enough to
much.
travel.
The homunculus is like, yeah, let's get the hell out of this city.
Okay, so
Why she made that pun?
For the record, behoove is a word
Yes?
that has nothing to do with cows.
Are you
Until
sure?
now.
It would
Until now.
behoove us.
Well, still, I think
No, see, yeah, the funny part is he didn't realize.
okay, so then in for the sake of brevity, can I make an Arcana check to check the body to see if there is any arcane damage? Can I make an investigation check on the bookcases and one on his desk to see if there is anything rummaged, and check for force of entry somewhere else in the room?
And can I aid him with my experience examining crime scenes?
Yeah.
Or
go for
maybe
it.
he
Okay,
can take
so-
the lead and then I help him because he probably has a
So
higher
I can answer the
investigation
first
than
two
me.
questions. Well, the second question without a roll. 'Cause it definitely
Arcana
looks rummaged.
May I? I believe I would have been able to suss out a fair amount of this. I just can't communicate with the party.
Yeah, that's-
Hmm.
I got like a 23.
Your homunculus communicates through interpretive dance.
Okay, so as your homunculus goes around,
Wait,
Fidget,
your
you can
homunculus has
see-
intelligence of 10, right? They can
A
write?
little more, actually, I think.
I think you can write, right? You do get him a pen.
Take-
This feels like hat on a hat kind of stuff. You're given a piece of paper, a pen, so I can write stuff down.
You know, my belt holds my pants up, but my belt loops hold the belt there. Like, who's
You
the
just try to
leader?
hand it. You try to hand it a pen, and it's like, "How dare you insult me like that, sir?" Hey.
Okay.
It's like dropping a cucumber next to a cat. It's just like, no.
Fidget. You can see that the door couldn't have been forced in any way because the locking mechanism would have been broken before Bovitius got to it.
Do we not already know that it was Major Rembrandt and his fallen tree that dispatched the High Mage?
Who locked the door on the way out? Right?
Surely
the
it was
hag
the
locked the
hag
door.
who locked the
The
door
hag locked
coming
the
in.
door.
While eating, she seemed rather occupied.
well, she would have
Didn't want to
locked
be disturbed.
it.
Yeah, she didn't want to share.
It was
Maybe
already
he
dead.
was expecting Betty, and he just let him in or something.
But yeah, all you know is he let in whoever killed him.
Yeah, that's sad.
And just to make it clear, like what I was trying to say in character was simply that we received the information that the mage was dead from the person who also killed the magistrate. So it makes sense that they also would have been granted entry given their position and the position
Yeah.
of trust that the mage would have had in them. And it would make sense that they would have killed both the magistrate and the mage.
Yeah.
I think he said as much as well. Or he hinted at. I think he
Yeah,
hinted
Timber.
at that.
If you guys recall
And
correctly,
Barrow
Timber
wasn't there
did.
from the conversation.
He did say that he knew the High Mage was dead.
Yeah, and Barrow, my character just wasn't there for the combo.
That's okay.
Sure. So yeah, Bovitius has communicated that to you now.
Okay.
All right, back to our
that's that.
companions. This room has
Yeah.
been searched, it seems. And these books are highly valuable. We should
Sure.
let Fidget read them and get some clues as to the children of the storm.
Sure.
I agree. If everyone is in concurrence, let us return to our friends.
So
Oh, we should say
right.
some
There is.
blessings over the Archmage. I'll say some blessings over the Archmage and sprinkle some holy water. May your soul find its way to Valhalla or the great libraries in the seven heavens.
This is all very grim, and I wish we could have done better than leave him here. and Barrow apologizes to the corpse, says a prayer, and then carries on.
As
Okay,
just a moment of encouragement to us, to everyone as we leave, I'll say, while we may have failed to defend this town, I have great faith in this group of companions that we will avenge it.
Well, I have
Let
no
us hold
doubt
our-
we
Let
will
us hold
find
our
who did
heads high
this.
as we journey
Oh.
forth. It's all good. You're good.
While we're in this tower, do we want to go to the high point and take a look?
You are at the high point.
Oh, this is
I
the high
don't know
point.
if, yeah, not outside though. That would be very.
No, stand on the
electrifying.
roof. Go for it. Go for it. In your metal armor? Yeah, do it.
Lightning rod be damned. I think we'd have a tough time up there.
Right. I forgot. There was one experiment I wanted to run before we left. Actually, it's really quick. 2 seconds.
Okay.
I want to cast minor image outside of like a person.
Smart.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
I want to send the bird out.
Okay.
The bird flies out about 20, 30 feet. Say 30 feet.
Nothing happens.
Bird comes back. It's just
Okay.
us. Okay.
Just
Okay. That's all.
All right.
No.
Did the experiment match your hypothesis? Good sir.
I was really hoping for electrocuting the illusion because that would be very funny, but yeah.
All right.
So as you guys,
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So we'll all group up around the lightning rod and start making our way.
Yeah.
So as you guys all begin making your way back, Fidget, you withdraw back into yourself as you realize that your homunculus is just on its way back to you.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been doing this entire time? Other than, I mean, I know what you've been doing. It's more Rendell. Rendell, what are you doing? Are you muted?
Yes, I was. Just
Yeah.
amuse myself.
We should also have a tally of how many times he tries to talk and ends up being muted.
Every time that Fidget has gone into like his little trance where he's looking through his familiar, I've been drawn on his face.
I love you so much, man.
That's great. That's great. That'll be my outfit for next week.
Happy Halloween.
I'm for sure doing that.
Well, if you want to know, it's just really bushy eyebrows and like a
A
what is it?
mustache? Like a super
mustache,
curly
like-
mustache.
Yeah, like one you'd see on
Like
like
a twirly mustache.
a circus showman.
Yeah, right. Totally.
I love it.
Like absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'm into
This
it.
is terrific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So as both of you, as you realize that Fidget has now returned to his own consciousness, both of you
Do you mind if I just like what are you doing?
Why are you so close to me?
I was snapping my fingers in front of your face, trying to get your attention.
Okay. Well, I'm here.
It didn't work, but well, I guess it did work.
No, it didn't. What's up?
What's been happening? You kind of just said something about holy shit, they found it, and then kind of left me hanging.
Yeah. That's how it works. They survived.
Wait,
and
they were in a fight?
They were. Yeah. I don't know what it was. But something from the ocean is coming up. I think it's connected to the storm. But they survived, and we found, I think, something that'll help. Books on the history of this whole situation.
Well, that's something at least then.
Yeah, hopefully it means we can get the hell out of here.
Be nice. Oh, I'm getting sick of this city.
want to be anywhere that is not this wet. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
So you're like a cleric, right?
Oh, I am?
Of the storm?
No, not of a storm. Well, I'm a tempest cleric.
So this is your jam. Why are you with us?
What do you mean?
Well, it's quite the tempest.
Oh,
Why
I
are
see
you
what
helping
you're
us? I mean, these children
Because
of the storm, they might be more your speed, you know?
yeah, except they seem whole. It's the whole murdering thousands of people that kind of sets us apart.
Oh, yeah. You're picky.
Well, yes. Let's go with that. I'm picky.
Okay, that's fair.
I draw the line at genocide. Like,
Mass murder, sure. Genocide, no. Right out.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my line's close to that too. So if you have, so what do you worship?
Valcour.
What's that?
Oh, he's my patron god. He's a patron god of sailors. Sailor ships and favorable winds.
How do you know that he's not involved in this?
I'm pretty sure this isn't his jam.
He might know who is, though, right?
Well, I mean, if I had my guess, I would say it's the bitch in the deep.
Who's that?
Umberly.
Heard about her.
Valcour is diametrically opposed to her.
I see. I was never really big into religion.
It's not for everyone.
Well, I think they're on their way back. Should be here soon. Have you seen Hector anywhere?
Now that you mention it, no, I haven't. But I thought we left him back at the prison.
Someone should check. I'll see if
Well,
he's
wait.
around.
Well, you can see if he's around, but if you're going outside, I'll wait for Bovitius to get back.
Oh, I'm not
With,
going to go outside.
Yeah,
I don't want to go outside when Bovitius is here. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick sweep, see if I can find anything in the building.
Okay.
I would like to go check on, make sure that Nyx is okay. Make sure the wound isn't reopened or anything.
okay. So let's do with Fidget first. Fidget, give me a quick perception check.
Perception.
Wow.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll do it this way.
Not everything can be investigations, sir.
Oh, I know. I'm happy to roll a couple -1s.
The idea of a
7.
moderate religious person in D&D is hilarious.
Okay, what'd you roll?
7.
Everything seems fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, patrol. Like, yeah, this all seems fine. Or you head back upstairs. Okay, so Rendell, you go over to check on Nyx. And as you move closer to her, her eyes fly open. And that's where we're actually going to end the session for today.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna get punched.
Great.
Okay, so speaking of people getting punched, I have to do the opposite of that because somebody redeemed a party appreciation for me. So I gotta tell you guys, I like you. It's gonna be super awkward.
All right, I gotta bounce, guys. I'll see you later. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
And watch you do this.
Oh.
I was
Okay.
first.
So obviously I gotta start with Father Mbaro, and that's super fucking clutch. Putting a light cloak over the hag's head. That was fucking brilliant, and yeah, I genuinely appreciated that. That was great. Bovitius, I appreciate the sheer amount of patience that you have for all of our puns. And I do expect that you're going to wear those ears for every session. Everybody get in the comments and tell him that he needs to wear those ears for like every session after this.
They have
'cause
been
they're
actively
adorable.
giving me a headache for the last hour.
Put them on your headphones.
They won't fit. They'll break.
It's okay. We'll
It's
you
one
just cut
size
them
fits
off, and then
most.
you hot glue it
Just cut
to
them
the
off and
top
hot
of the
glue them to your-
headphones, right?
He'll wear
Anyways,
horns on his heart.
anyways.
I'll fix it up for you,
Alright.
Cal. Don't worry.
Okay. So Domino, I always appreciate whenever you cast a spell, particularly healing one, like you take the time to like say the spell. And it's a small, like, subtle detail, but I enjoy it immensely. And one of my favorite parts of this whole fucking game was when everybody was trying to roleplay and they asked you a question, you're like, fuck off, I'm praying. You're so in character all the time, and it's fantastic. And just branching off of always being in character, Rendell, you like are always doing your accent, whether or not you're speaking in character. It's just like it's you're committed to the part, and I fucking love it. And obviously, I gotta give a shout out to Fidget for actually making a fucking origami thing for our little Halloween episode for this evening. That is so fucking cool, dude. Like, seriously, that's amazing. And formerly Talon, because I have to give this shout out to that epic fucking monologue that you did, man.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like, that was phenomenal. I was sitting there going, holy shit, that was fantastic. Like, all of you were great. All of you like meshed together really well. You guys work together as a team really well, and like I'm super happy to be your DM. So like fucking keep it up, guys.
All right. Well, for my part, first of all, Fidget, I absolutely love your commitment to knowing exactly what your character would do in a situation. Like all of the moments where we're in combat and you'll be like, well, you guys seem to have this. I'm going to go over here and loot that body. Or
as a person, I am the opposite of that. I hate doing it, but yeah, I have to do it.
But like you know exactly what your character would do in those moments, and you're committed to doing it. And I think that's really cool, even when it is frustrating to not be as confident in finishing off the enemy in front of us. Sir Domino, I'll echo what Charlotte said about the spell casting and how you have a different phrase for every one of your spells, but also just the commitment you bring to the character, and no matter what might be going through your head as a player, similarly to what I said about Fidget, you are absolutely fully embodying that lawful good zeal that a paladin so often has, and that players so often forget to embrace and compromise on for the sake of going along with the party. Father Mbaro, the creativity of running a character with purely utility, like you're a pure spellcaster with pure utility spells, as far as I've been able to see, and it's really a creative way to play, and I'm fascinated by it every time your turn comes up. Then Talon / Parenthesar, yeah, just that magnificent heal turn and the caution with which you hid all of your lies in lies of omission to make it even harder for us to figure out that you were going to stab us in the back. And then last but not least, Charlotte, as the one who's played at the most of your tables, it's just always a lot of fun to see where each story is going. And this is definitely the most unique setting we've been in so far, and I'm having a blast.
Randall.
Oh, Rendell, of course, he's not on screen, and he's he's not on the map. Jesus, Rendell, absolutely. You got to remember to unmute yourself more often, because every time you do have something to say, it's the most perfect addition to the conversation.
I will
You
try
make me-
to not mute, have myself muted.
You make me laugh every time you pipe in, and I love it.
Okay, so that wraps up our party appreciation. But also, our party appreciates all of you. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who's still here. If you guys want to support the stream, as we said previously, like and subscribe, and the most helpful thing that you can do is share this stream. Like, tell your friends about it. It's a cool story. You should watch it. Have them tune in. All that jazz. No, just spam the link into a chat. I'm sure people will love it. And if you like this game, be sure to check out any of the other ones that are on this particular channel. You can catch the Valley by Night game on Tuesdays, which is the Vampire the Masquerade game. Or I strongly recommend that you go tune into the Wednesday game and retaliate in kind for all of the fuckery that happened this evening with us. So go to Wednesday's game, False Skull and Knights. Unfortunately, the Thursday game did end recently, and they're taking a break. But the Saturday game should be starting up soon? Question mark. So all of that jazz, and that's happening. Shout out to D&D Beyond. Effects may vary. Check out our Patreon. Check out our merch page. Does anybody have any shows coming up really quick?
Not currently, but you do.
Yeah, we do.
Sure do.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
I mean, listen, you can't.
Without at the risk of
Oh,
overshadowing
is
Halloween
anyone
here.
band, that's having a
Anyone
show
in the
coming up
band?
or anything? Anyone?
At the risk of overshadowing Halloween here, if you're in the Toronto area or just want to be in the Toronto area for a particularly awesome show on November the 18th, which is a Saturday night, and also the weekend of my birthday, we will be, Effects May Vary will be performing with Canadian thrash metal legends Anvil and a selection of other bands, including local group Hot Apollo and Atomic Tomb is the sub headliner. That'll be an absolutely fantastic show. We're really looking forward to it, and we'd like to see all of you there.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a great time.
I'm terrified. I'm so scared. Okay, so with that, we thank all of you for tuning in, and we appreciate having all of you here, and see you next time.